Hey there, Science 2.0 here. It's been a while since we've chatted. I've been off on vacation in the Galapagos with all my Republican funds. You know, I'm a rich Wall Street fat cat. I can afford a vacation pretty much anywhere. Especially to Israel. I love going to Israel. You know, seeing the one peaceful Middle Eastern country among all the war-torn Middle Eastern countries and saying, Obama doesn't like Israel, you know. Then I go down to Saudi Arabia. I pay a visit to the Shah. But anyway, today's episode isn't about that. Today's episode is about Slenderman. I'm kind of running out of things to talk about here on Science 2.0 because there are only so many conspiracy theories, but I'm thinking I'll either get to 50 episodes or 100. I don't know. Probably 100. Today's episode is about Slenderman. Slenderman is a big, scary... he's a big, scary guy in a tuxedo. And he has creepy tentacles. And most recently, he was made into a horror movie where he's all scary. It's the most genius horror movie I've ever seen. It's so much better than Psycho or The Shining. You know, because it's about the young crowd, which I can relate to, being 80. I've funded several movies myself. I funded Titanic, I funded Transformers 2, you know, so I fully support this Slenderman movie being the product of a Hollywood industry that's, you know, really self-destructive, and I just enjoy these scary horror movies where there's only jump scares. But still, Slenderman is real, so remember, and also, Slenderman is a Democrat, so don't let your children loose near Slenderman, because he'll tell them about, he'll give them Bernie Sanders pamphlets and vaccines, and you don't want your children getting vaccines from Slenderman. Because because vaccines cause autism. they're not developed for the well-being of people. They're developed for population control by the Illuminati and the lizard people and the mole men. But anyway, Slenderman is kind of a mole man, but he's also kind of he's a snappy dresser. He's what I like to call one of the liberal elites, one of those high-polished, smart elitists. And being a dirt farmer and a turnip huckster from Tennessee, I don't take too kindly to them elitists in them tuxedos, them fancy schmancy city folk, because they don't come around here. They don't teach me nothing. And Slenderman wants to educate the youth, but what I say is, let's focus on the elders. Let's focus on the old generation. Except Mark Zuckerberg, he needs every penny of his, but Jeff Bezos really needs his money. Overall, Slenderman is an intriguing urban myth, and for me, he represents everything wrong with the Democratic Party, and so he's really scary for me. He knows more than me. He's cooler than me. He really scares an ultra-right conservative such as myself, so anytime you bring up Slenderman, it really shivers me. But he's just the most interesting urban internet legend out there. You've got, he's amazing. I played all the Slenderman video games. I shot up Slenderman. I saw his notes. But the new movie was really great, and I was the executive producer because I have so much money I can fund CGI. And actually, the new Slenderman movie is just kind of a documentary. I made it to be that way, about the dangers of the liberals. Because the main characters, despite being teenagers, at the beginning of the movie are, rich, and they have lots of money and lots of prestige. So, but then as the movie goes on, they become enraptured with Slenderman and his veganism. That's why he's slender, he's vegan. And they become enthralled by his ideas about affordable health care and free college tuition. And so if you it's actually a very genius movie with so much nuance, and I'm just like you, Bull, or M. Night Shyamalan, in that I'm the product of an industry that makes these bad movies. But Slenderman isn't a bad movie. If you think it is, you're wrong. It's a documentary about the evils of the left, because if you noticed in one scene that my money went towards, I fund this stuff, Bernie Sanders is right next to Slenderman. It's the last scene where he turns into a giant spider, and Bernie Sanders is walking along beside him saying political revolution and affordable health care, free college tuition and whatnot. And if you didn't see that, you must not have been paying attention. But anyway, Slenderman is a marvelous piece of cinema. That's how to do horror right, with 10 teenage characters, jump scares aplenty. You've got the scary music, the character without any real motivation. Just overall, I'm the next Kubrick. I'm the next. But Slenderman is a better movie than The Shining. You've got that right. But overall, just keep your children away from the internet, away from any kind of books, any kind of literature, anything other than the Bible, because like my movie says at the end, is the moral, is that information distributed freely in a communist system is scary. So we need to restrict that information until everyone is Amish and everyone reads nothing except the Bible. That's how to get towards a prosperous society. Restrict information, and remember, all teenagers on the internet are irresponsible, and they'll go look up demonic videos or liberal videos or Thought Slime or Bill Nye. So keep your kids away from the internet, except Conservapedia, of course, is a very trusted site, but overall Slenderman is just about the evils of the internet and the left. It's a very interesting movie, and Slenderman is a cool character. I mean, he's not cool, he's very scary, but he's an interesting, kind of look at the left and their motivations. Now, if you'll excuse me, some people are coming down the street, so listen to their voices. This has been Science 2.0. Thank you for watching. They don't talk that much. This has been Science 2.0 on Slenderman, the creepy, tuxedo, faceless, scary internet myth. So just remember, magic is real, so you need to keep your kids away from the demons. Give them some Jesus magic. Infuse them with Christian thinking and a whole heap of vittles. And don't let them go on the wrong side of the tracks where you got all the drug pushing and the pornography selling. So just a word of advice to your parents out there. Don't let your kids smoke the salad of Satan, the evil marijuana, and don't let them go near Slenderman. This has been Science 2.0, the best science show for what you know. And I like Louder, also watch Louder with Crowder.